Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Jaguar Sports. We're out here for a great game. It's a beautiful day, and we're about to get underway. The Lady Jaguars are taking on Missouri Baptist Spartans. We're out here in Crown Point. It's a beautiful day. Temperature sitting at around 70, and, well, barely any wind out there today. Right now, it looks like we're heading out at the field and we're getting underway. We're going to send it to Phil Smith.
The Missouri Baptist Spartans. At this time, will you please rise for the playing of our national anthem? And now the starting lineups. First from Missouri Baptist University. Number 1, Gabby Mattil. Number 3, Casey Watson. Number 7, Leah Maxville. Number 8, Emma Selsor. Number 11, Skylar Hollenshed. Number 12, Paige Rice. Number 17, Ellie Mollish. Number 18, Rachel Beer. Number 19, Gabby Wood. Number 22, Piper Brown. And rounding out the lineup, number 25, Madeline Lombardo. The head coach is Dino Merrick, assisted by Lauren Podgmaller, Jeremy Dubos, Kaylin Bigley, and Chanel Barkham. And now for the home team on the scoreboard, the Governor State University Jaguars. From Hickory Hills, Illinois, number 3, Jada Cunningham. From Pueblo, Colorado, midfielder junior, number 4, Victoria Salas. From Beecher, Illinois, defender, number 5, Alyssa Dillinger. From Barcelona, Spain, senior midfielder, number 6, Claudia Lopez. From Paris, France, graduate student, number 7, Kwamba Dembele. From Portugal, number 10, Ana Rodriguez. From Ruston, Louisiana, senior forward, number 13, Morgan Bean. From Sweden, a junior, number 17, Eileen Nilsson. She can run all day, graduate student, number 23, from New Lenox, Illinois, Grace McLaughlin. From Elgin, Illinois, number 24, Jenny Jimenez. And your goalkeeper from Bogota, Colombia, number 49, Valentina Jimenez Figueroa. The head coach in his first season is Kiko Magana. Assistant coach Fibo Arriaga. And excellent graduate assistant Bruna Kraszewski. Your officials are Andre Yatzurek, John Kennedy, and Rob De Silva. Welcome to the Sportsplex. This is Governor State University Women's Soccer.
All right. Thank you, Phil Smith, for the introductions. We're going to get underway shortly. Jaguars in their typical home whites with the orange lettering and numbers with the black shorts. Missouri Baptist Spartans in all navy blue with white striping and white lettering. So it looks like the Jaguars are going to be going north to south, left to right on your screen, as we dictated a little bit earlier. The wind is almost nothing, although just as I say that, the flags are starting to pick up a little bit of pace, south to north, right to left on your screen. So Jaguars will be starting against the wind if, in fact, this wind sticks around. But we know what happened last time when that happened. Jaguars had to play the first half against the wind. They started the second half with the wind. Morgan Bean putting in a 55-yard kickoff goal, unassisted. In fact, I think we may have footage of that, and hopefully we can show it to you a little bit later in the game. Mark Roberts. Out here on camera is Gabe Misters. Back in the control room, we've got Francisco Mendoza and Chris Edwards. In the booth, we've got PA announcer Phil Smith, SID Mark Johnson, and statistician Dean Jennings. Dean Jennings proves the old adage of Governor State that we never leave Governor State. We always get suckered back, but we do enjoy it. Okay, so Morgan's in the center of the field, and we're underway. So Jaguars taking it deep really quick. Jaguars come in here 3-5-1. Missouri Baptist comes in at a record of 1-6. If you're not sure where Missouri Baptist is, it is just outside of St. Louis. Whistle, Missouri Baptist ball. So Jaguars going to defend here at the start of this free kick or throw in. Jaguars now have control. Little collision. Ref says play on. Eileen Nilsson trying to control the ball on the near pitch side. Getting thrown in by Victoria Salas. Ball's underway. Jaguars are looking a little bit quicker out there than Missouri Baptist. That could play to our advantage. It did on our last game where they beat IU South Bend 4-1. Coach Magana, you may pick him up on our floor mic or our field mic. Bouncing out directions. So, like with any game, both teams taking their time. Whoa, and shot into the net. Just like that, Missouri Baptist on the board, 1-0. Just as I was about to say, both teams taking their time trying to feel out each other. Missouri Baptist opens up and takes a shot. Goal. We will get who scored. It happened so fast. It has thrown off. So Piper Brown, number 22, junior, with the first score of the game. As we did state, Missouri Baptist is coming in here with only one victory. And we're hoping the Jaguars aren't deciding that, oh, this will be an easy match, because the Spartans have just proved they're out here to fight and they're out here for the victory. As the old sports cliche states, that's why we play the games. Before that goal, the Spartans seemed a little timid or a little slow out there, with the Jaguars pushing the pace. After that goal, that has gained a lot of confidence in the Spartans, and they are playing tough now. Spartans ball. Jaguars trying to get that ball out of the Spartans' end. Forward deep, Dembele trying to chase it down, cut off by a Spartans player. Madeline Lombardo, nice defensive play on her end. Out of bounds, going to be Jaguars ball. Jaguars again playing very quick. They did this last game too. They did not waste time getting that ball back into play. Out on the far side, Nilsson. Nilsson puts it towards the net, goes behind the net and out of bounds. .38-30 left in this first half. If you just tuned in, we've got a 1-zip score going on. This game started a little bit earlier than the top of the hour. Spartans goalie whipping it way out to the side. A little too much effort on her part. Gabby Maddie. Ball rolling away, nothing but white jerseys around it, although one lone Spartan catches up. Out of bounds, Spartans ball. Spartans, shot on goal, stopped. Jaguars trying to get it out of their end. There's a nice kick down.
Usually I cut through. What I do is I take Klein up. I take the go east to Klein.
Okay, so it'll be Baptist's ball. Hold still if you can.
You're fine. You're fine. If she plays there, we rotate around, and Vicky has here.
Spartans into play.
Yeah, Vicky, that's you.
Jaguars have the ball on the far side. So, Spartans coming down. Whistle, it's going to be Jaguars' ball. Foul on
Goomba, get together
Spartans.
with Morgan. Stay together. Jenny, just rotate it around. You have no pressure.
So, Spartans fighting in the middle. Jaguars trying to defend. Trying to get themselves out of there. Spartans on the far pitch. Jaguars trying to defend it down the far side. Spartans trying to find an opening, trying to find a place to pass. Jaguars. Midfield, taking it their way. Kicking it forward. Ball out of play, actually out of the field. It's back behind the stands. They got another ball, and it's in play. Jaguars moving quick again to get it into play. Spartans coming down the field. Number 11 pushing it forward. Jaguars get it out of their end. Skylar Hollingshead charging down that field, number 11. We're going to have to keep an eye on her. Dembele controlling it on this near side. Sends it forward. Nilsson, although out of bounds, a little too far in front of Nilsson. Jaguars put the ball in the play. Little push and shove. They're going to call it on the Jaguars. Leah Maxville causing a little headache for number 6, Claudia Lopez. Spartans spreading it out, get it to midfield. Spartans trying to find some room forward. 3 white jerseys in front of her. Still controlling the ball. Passes it off to the far pitch. Paige Rice. She loaded up and tried to kick it towards the nest. Nicely defended by the Jaguars. Deflected it off to the far side. Although it'll be a corner kick for the Spartans. Casey Wattinson's going to take the kick. In front of the net. All up and over the net. And now out of bounds. So Jimenez Figueroa. Check that. They're having one of the other players put it into play. Can't see a number from here. The numbers on the front of the jerseys are a little bit small and hard to see. Actually, Alyssa Dillinger had put it into play. Ball still in play. Spartans player thought it was out of bounds. Started arguing with the ref, and Jaguars took the ball and just kept playing. Kick towards the net. Jimenez Figueroa knocks it down, doesn't grab it and controls it. Now she does. Very dangerous play there. Jaguars number 7 popped it up. Maxville popped it up very high. Jimenez Figueroa had to stare right into the sunshine, which is on the south end of this field, which is the way the Jaguars are looking. Knocked it down with her hands, but the ball just rolled away from her and was wide open for anybody. Thankfully, 3 white jerseys were surrounding her to help out. So Spartans spreading it out. Spartans out to Hollingshead. Dembele trying to sneak in on Hollingsworth. Hollingworth towards the net. Jimenez Figueroa running cross and knocking the ball down. Again, not being able to get control of the ball. But again, no problem. It bounced around. And she was able to retrieve it. But that's the second shot on goal by the Spartans that Jimenez did not control. Nice stop by Dembele. Morgan Bean. Nope. Defender from the Spartans takes it away. Corner kick for the Jaguars in front of the net. Morgan totally dejected by that kick that she just tried. She decided to try and kick the ball towards the net, caught the ball wrong, and that ball went a good 30, 40 feet up, straight up. In fact, that ball went higher than it did long. Jaguars getting a little aggressive in front of the net. "26 minutes left in this first half. Jaguar ball in. Going to try putting it forward. Dembele up by the net. Maddie making a good grab out of the air. Dembele had to make a quick adjustment with her body language to not run into the goalie, which would have led to a penalty kick. Dembele finding opening, sending it over to Bean. Dembele, Bean, and Nilsson all over in the same area. The top three trying to find some sort of game plan to get that ball in the net to tie this score up. Spartans scored within the first few minutes of this game. Up in front of the net. Maddie grabs it. No harm. Jaguars are getting the ball towards the net. At the moment, nothing of real damage nor speed or power. Deep ball kicked by the goalie. Wow. Hollingshead's trying to get the ball. Salas. Dembele tried to load up and shoot. Defended by the Spartans. Ball ricochets off to the side. We have a shoestring emergency. Maddie, the goalie for the Spartans, needs her shoe tied. I always thought this just happened in Little League, but I guess it does happen on the college level also. Clock is actually still ticking while they're trying to tie her shoe. 22:45. So corner kick by the Jaguars towards the net. Punched out of there by Maddie for the Spartans. Rodriguez, nope, not Rodriguez. Rodriguez drops it off. From here, I can't see the number of the person who threw it in. Nice back pass by Dembele. Defended by the Spartans, although out of bounds. It's going to be a corner kick for the Jaguars. Looks like Lopez is going to take the honors from the corner. Ball towards the net. Jaguars still trying to get it in there. Bean. Goalie dangerously comes out of the net. Maddie. She circled out to the far side, which took herself away from the net. One quick move by McLaughlin. McLaughlin, unfortunately, could not get turned around fast enough, and Maddie just grabbed it and held on. So, Spartans coming down to the Jaguars' goal. Kick into the middle. Looked like there was a header in the middle. I missed who headed it, but it drizzled past the goalie and out of net, out of bounds on the far side. Looks like Watson's going to bring it into play. Again, headed by the Jaguars out of the way. Towards the net, but wide left. In fact, I'm trying to see the number. I know who headed that shot. Looks like it's Ginny Jimenez headed that out. She may have even gotten the first one, and I remember last game, she's one of the tallest or smallest people on the field, and yet she's always in there and heading the ball out of play. Jaguars trying to get that ball out, but whistle. It was offsides call, actually. Dillinger going to put it into play. Spartans put it over into the middle. Nicely defended by Jimenez. Ginny Jimenez, number 24, has really been impressing me lately. She has some very good ball control out there. Spartans charging down the field. Towards the net. Jimenez Figueroa diving to her left and knocking it out of bounds. It did look like from my angle, though, that where she stopped it outside the net area, which means even if it got past her, it would have been no problem. But now it's a corner kick for the Spartans. So, towards the net. Again, headed out of there by the Jaguars, up and over the net, out of bounds. It will be Jaguars' ball. It was a Spartans player that headed it out of play. Try saying that 5 times fast. Headed it. Both teams are picking up the pace in this game. Spartans kind of started the track meet, if you will. Jaguars reciprocating the moves. Not to mention the urgency since they are down on the board 1-0. Still plenty of action in front of the net. Tried to get cross. Again in front of the net, towards the net. Just rolls past the net, no harm. Guido was with that ball and taking the spill when she got near the net. Bean towards the net on the outside, though. I saw the ref pointing towards the goal that would make it Jaguars ball, but it's actually the Spartans. Just under 16 minutes left in this first half. We welcome you to a beautiful day out in Crown Point, the Crown Point Sportsplex. I'm Mark Robert bringing you the action today. Gabe Mister's on camera. Chris Edwards and Francisco Mendoza back in the control room, bringing you all the visuals. Maddie grabs it. Most goalies tend to kick a very high ball when they kick it out from their end. Last few times, Maddie's been kicking line drives to get the ball out there as far as possible. Spartans in front of the net, nicely defended by Salas. Headed it back the other direction. Oh, it's Spartans. Bean was about to grab the ball and throw it in. And the ref says nope. Jaguars spreading the ball out. McLaughlin was trying to find some room, heavily defended by a couple players. Ball out of bounds. Spartans ball. Nice kick by Salas. She kicked it off of Hollingsworth and was out of bounds. Just realized Spartans player number 30, Emily Kramer, is playing with a heavy and very large cast on her right arm. Shot to Jimenez Figueroa. Nice stop. Rolls it out to Salas. Bringing up the near pitch. Jaguars trying to find some movement. Nilsson had it going. Foul, still Jaguars ball. Be a free kick from about midfield. Bean barking out directions. Whistle. Player coming in. Jaguar replacement. Number 12, Julia Sagata. So Sagato's in and Cunningham comes out. couple Spartan players, as I'm watching, are challenging the ref's judgment on pushing, meaning they're becoming a little more physical until the ref finally says, okay, no more. It's going to be Spartan's ball. Ball out of bounds and out of play and out of the field. Spartans spreading the ball out. The player just kicking that is that number 30 that I told you about with the huge cast on her right hand. Nilsson tried to lead number 9, Guido, with the ball. Unfortunately, a little too much effort on the ball, and the ball dribbled harmlessly out of bounds. Again, Maddie putting it out to the near pitch side with a little too much effort and just totally misses everybody and sends it out of bounds. First time she did it, she threw it that way out of bounds. This time she kicked it out of bounds. Bean going down. Jaguars ball. They're saying Munoz for Spartans caught Bean and no ball. Jaguars put it in play towards the center. Headed out of play by a Spartan player.
15 back post, 15.
Looked like 24. Clara Rincon put it out of play. So it's going to be a corner kick. Looks like Dillinger is over there. I think that I see a 5. Kick towards the net in front. Sent back towards the net again by the Jaguars. Grabbed out of the air by Maddie. Deep kick down the line. 2 Jaguar players down there to defend. And Spartans stopping the clock. Looks like a yellow card. Yep. Looks like a yellow card. We're stopped at 7:51. Yellow card on, I believe, Dillinger. Dillinger got the yellow card. She took the grab of Spartan's arm and as she charged down the field. And ref saw it as clear as day. Would have been a nice defensive play if she was playing for the Chicago Bears backfield. Towards the net. Knocked out of there. Still a little too close for comfort. Maddie grabbing that ball just inches away from the goalie box. If she would have grabbed that ball outside the box, Would have been a penalty on her. Figueroa passes it out. Ball out of play. Dillinger kicking it a little too far out in front, and it just dribbles out of bounds. Looks like Munoz is going to put it into play. .6:30 left in this first half. Jaguars sending it forward. Jaguars out in front. Jaguars were out in front. Grace McLaughlin had plenty of green turf in front of her. But number 17, Ellie Mullish, caught up to her and just able to reach forward and tip that ball out to the side. Although it is going to be a corner kick for the Jaguars. Kick towards the nut in front of the net. Headed up over the top of it. Spartans not exactly in any rush, letting that clock just keep ticking. When you've got the lead, you can afford that luxury. Spill over the far side. Ref says incidental towards the net. Stopped again by Maddie. Another pull from behind by the Jaguars. Not caught by the ref that time. Spartans on the far side. Kick towards the net. No harm. Far outside. Bringing in the substitution for the Spartans. Number 34 is in the game. Jenna Prosser. Just under 4 minutes left. Jaguars trying to find some movement. McLaughlin. Jaguars trying to find some room. Navy blue is surrounding them every place that ball goes. Jaguars finding a little opening. Bean was trying to point out a lead, and the other Jaguar player, I can't see the number from here, decided to just kick it short to Bean. Sent up the far right side. It's going to be too far out of a lead. Ball rolls out of bounds. Spartans will have it. Two and a half minutes left in this first half. Spartans racing up the far side. Towards the net again. Jimenez Figueroa knocking it down. Jaguars trying to find an opening. "90 seconds left in this first half. Jaguars trying to set up for one last opportunity. Bringing the ball backwards, trying to find some room to move forward. Give them a little more room for maneuverability. 1 minute left. Spartans putting it into play, although just taking their time, letting that clock run. 40 seconds left. Spartans have the ball. One last opportunity. Jaguars, nice defense, get it out of there. 30 seconds left in this first half. "20 seconds. 15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is the first half. So after one half of soccer, Governor State Jaguars are finding themselves on the low end of the scoreboard. Spartans 1, Jaguars 0. This is Mark Roberts from Crown Point Sportsplex. We'll see you on the other side of this halftime for the second half.
Hello, I'm Elijah Gomez, your host for the Jaguar Sports Minute. Today we want to welcome one of the new head coaches, women's soccer head coach, Alberto Kiko Magana. Coach Magana comes to GSU from Davis and Elkin College in West Virginia, a Division II school. He has been working with athletes and finding success. His small number of athletes is proven that it is the quality of the players, not the quantity. Welcome to Gov State Coach, and good luck. Stay tuned for more sports action.
We are champions of character.
Welcome to the Jaguar Sports Minute. I'm Elijah Gomez. We want to show you the play of September. It comes to us from women's soccer versus IU South Bend. The Titans were down 3 and wanted to make the game respectable.
Titans got some best chance possible right now. Stopped, though, by the Jaguars. No, still got it going. Some open space, and it's in.
Although the Jaguars had other thoughts, or should I say, Morgan Bean did.
You could just, whoa, deep shot in the net! In the net by the Jaguars! Number 13, Morgan Bean.
Congratulations to Morgan Bean for the play of September.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Mark Roberts bringing you the second half of Jaguars women's soccer. Jaguars find themselves on the short end of a 1-zip score. We're coming to you from Crown Point Sportsplex. And let's take a look at National Food Day. It is caramel custard, okay? I've had custard. I don't think I've ever had caramel custard. My oldest son, is actually becoming a chef, though, and that poster there looks really good. I think he's becoming a chef, and he's in a pastry class. I'm going to have him make me one, and then I'll tell you what a caramel custard will taste like. So we're going to get ready to get started here. The Spartans came out striking first, and actually the only goal about 3 minutes into the game. In fact, we found out at halftime that the goal was actually credited to Gabby Wood, number 19 for the Spartans. That goal was so unexpected and so I don't want to say out of nowhere, but that's the only words that seem to come to mind, that coaches, scoring booth, and even myself had no idea who shot that goal. We found out from the main ref during halftime that it was credited to number 19, Gabby Wood. So we're going to get underway. The Spartans are going to start with the ball. They're going north to south, or left to right on your screen. The Jaguars will be playing with the sun at their back now. Spartans put it in front of the net. Jaguars defend it out. Kick towards the net again. Jaguars on the defense really well on the start of this. Towards the net again. This time a Spartans player puts it up and over the net. Looks like Rachel Beer was the one that headed it out of play. Out of play, out of field. Jaguars looking for another ball to play. Here comes one. So Spartans put it into play here. Jaguars trying to get the ball forward. Jaguar player down. That was number 6, Lopez. Incidental contact according to the ref. Ball out of play. Jaguars ball. Back in play. In front of the net, Spartans. Jimenez Figueroa tips it to the side, but the ball rolled away. Again, thankfully into a sea of white jerseys. In front of the net again. Defended by Jaguars. Jimenez Figueroa was out of place and could not get to the ball. So Jaguars going to put it in play. Unfortunately, I could not see who defended at the net for the Jaguars, but an excellent heads-up play. She knew that our goalie, Figueroa, was off to the side and out of place. She jumped in front of the net and was able to defend that ball away. Either that or this score would have been 2-zip Spartans. Jaguars trying to get it up. Bean looking a little frustrated out there. It's the second time I've seen a body language and face on her that kind of dictated seriously. So Jaguars ball, Bean has it. Looks like Jimenez is going to put it in play. Throws it in. Jaguars trying to find an opening. Coming down the far side of the pitch. Towards the net, defended. Still Jaguars ball. Rodriguez trying to find an opening on the side. She was closely defended by Piper Brown. Claudia Lopez is going to have the corner kick. Jaguars positioning themselves out towards the net. Headed towards the net. Nicely defended by a Spartan player. Jaguars with the smart kick way away from Maddie, the goaler. Unfortunately, they found the only spot where a Spartan player was standing and helping defend the net. Maddie, big kick stopped by Bean. From the sound over here, that sounded like ball to skin. And from my view, it looked like it hit her in the side of the head, but she doesn't seem to be having any problems from if that's, in fact, where she got hit. May have been off her arm or up near her shoulder. Jaguars ball into play. Nice steal from the Jaguars. Jimenez trying to lead. Number 9, Guido. Unfortunately, a little too much of a lead. McLaughlin trying to move in. So's Bean. Spartans ball. Jaguars send it out to Guido. Guido's on the left side. Bean towards the net into the center. Trying to find McLaughlin. Defended nicely by the Spartans. Number 22, Piper Brown, again getting in the way. Now Spartans taking it heavy back the other direction. Out in front of the net, towards it. Jimenez Figueroa grabs that ball with the fingertips. I know she has gloves on, but I think if she would have cut her nails, those gloves would have been a little shorter, and that ball would have gotten past her. Out in front, McLaughlin. Offsides. Well, that was definitely a couple minutes of excitement. 37-30 left in this game. So Lombardo for the Spartans. Ball in play. Jimenez Figueroa controls the ball. A little difficult when Gabby Wood was charging towards her. It's off to the races. Governor State trying to get a lead. Spartan defender trying to shake it up. McLaughlin. Now towards the net. Trying to find Bean, but number 9, Guido. Guido puts it out of play behind the net. Rodriguez from the far side of the pitch tried to find Bean in front of the net and just overshot Bean. Guido, thankfully, was right behind her, had a chance, but shot wide left. Tried to get around a Spartans defender and just too far outside. Jaguars playing really tough on their side right now in this second half. Push by number 18, Gabby Wood. Or check that, Rachel Beer. Lopez went to the ground on that play. Rodriguez, free kick. Out towards the center. Guido chasing it down. Ball in front. Maddie grabs it out of the air. Spartans towards the net. Pass to Menace, and it is in. So Spartans put another point on the board with that goal. Clock is stopped at 34:50. Skylar Hollingshead with the score, unassisted. There goes Bean again, trying to put it down. Maddie for the Spartans, getting me to chuckle because they must have watched the film of the last game. Maddie was sitting out around the 15-yard line, realized Bean was going to set the ball in play and raced as fast as she could to the net. And sure enough, Bean tried it again and just missed. Ref saying the ball needs to back up some. We're at 34 minutes left in this game. Rodriguez puts it in the play. Out of play. Spartans ball. Spartans taking their time, letting that clock run. Jaguars putting on a really good defensive show this second half. Ball into play. McLaughlin in front of the net. Up and over the top. Foul on the Jaguars. Spartans ball. I'm presuming the call was on Cunningham. She was the one kind of body language-wise debating that call with the ref. Again, Spartans ball. Ball deep down into the center. Up and over Jimenez Figueroa. Although the ball bounces out of bounds. Spartans with a kick there that went higher than it did long. Totally caught Jimenez Figueroa, caught in the middle of nowhere. Thankfully, that ball bounced a little too far to the right. Guido trying to get the ball and get it out of there, but thankfully it rolled out of bounds. Maddie taking a chance for the Spartans coming out of the goal box to defend that ball. With a 2-zip lead, she's got the luxury to take that advantage. Clock still ticking at 34:30. I'm Mark Roberts bringing you the action out here from Crown Point. Gabe Mister's on camera. Back in the control room, we got Francisco Mendoza and Chris Edwards bringing you all the action. And I understand Jalen Woodard is in the control room. If you don't know who Jalen Woodard is, tune in tonight when we check out the women's volleyball game. She'll be sitting in the color commentating booth with Zamar Tompkins when they bring you ladies volleyball action tonight at 7 o'clock. So Maddie's going to try putting it into play. Just like she did from the other side. Little too much effort. Puts it over everybody and just straight out of bounds. So Nilsson controlling it out in the middle. Jaguars trying to spread the pitch. Find some opening. Foul on the Spartans. It'll be Jaguars ball. It looked like number 12, Paige Rice. It's the second time I've watched her in 30 seconds push or nudge a Jaguar player. This time she got busted. Again, we got a shoe tying event out in the middle of the field. It's time to pull out the athletic tape and tape up those shoelaces. Ball in front of the net. Unfortunately, navy blue jerseys all around it. Ball hit deep, chasing it down. Ref says it's Jaguars, although the ref whistles. Clock is stopped at 28:10. Ref is pointing either to the end of our bench or to actually our ball boys, if you will, our field help. Not sure what the problem was from the ref, but Mangiana, and I know I just butchered his name, I'm sorry. But he walked down to a couple of the men's soccer players who are the ball. McLaughlin in front of the net. Shot towards the net off the top of the bar. In front of the net. Spartans getting it out of there. Guido trying to get control, finding an opening. Trying to get it towards the net again. Defended by Spartans, out of bounds. Piper Brown kicks it out of bounds. Hey, I'm a poet. I didn't even know it. So the Jaguars are going to take charge. It's a ball thrown in. But back to the ref talking about our ball retrievers. I don't know if they made a comment or made a statement, but Magana didn't seem like it fazed him at all. He walked over to our players and our men's players and just kind of made a 5-second comment, shook one of the guys' hands, and walked away. So, foul on the Spartans. Jaguars ball. Nielsen, hard kick. That's going to stop the clock at 26-16. Spartan player. Yes, he's immediately calling the medical staff over, although looks like she's actually grabbing her leg. But Nielsen, I can't see a number yet of the Spartans player, but Nielsen teed off on that ball, and that ball looked like it clobbered the Spartan player right in the head. Looks like number 11, Skylar Hollingshead, is down. She's walking. She's heading towards the sidelines. She seems to be fine, but that ball looked like it clobbered her right in the head. Trying to see what the refs are. Yeah, refs just calling a free kick. It'll be Jaguars ball. So McLaughlin trying to get some action in front of the net. Bean tried to reach in there. Ball up the far side. Jaguars chasing it down. Taken by the Spartans. Push on the Spartans, and Hollingshead is back in the game. I guess because she had medical attention, she had to come back and leave the game. Jaguars trying to get the ball away from the Spartans by the goal they're heading to. Jaguars putting it into the play real quick. Ball in front of the net. Blue jerseys around it. They're going to kick it out of bounds. So out of bounds, out of the field, and out of play. It's back behind the bleachers. There's a kick towards the net. Defended nicely by the Spartans. Spartans ball. So Anna Rose Eldred is in the game for the Spartans. And Eldred putting that ball in front of the net. Got a Spartans player down in front of the net, and it's in. I believe it was Casey Watson with the score. Waiting for the official announcement. I was busy watching a Spartans player who looked like she collapsed or fell into the net on the outside. So, Jaguars in play. "24 minutes left in this first half, or second half. And it was, in fact, Casey Watson with the score. She's credited with the goal. Hollingshead, there's a pull from behind. The last time that happened, the ref called time and threw out a yellow card. This time, he's just going to call it a foul. So that was number 10, Rodriguez, with the pull. So Jaguars, Spartans putting it in play, up and over. Jimenez Rodriguez grabs it out of the, or Figueroa grabs it out of the air. That was Gabby Woods who put it into play. So at 22:30 left, Jaguars find them on the short end, 3-zip. Very soon, the Spartans will have an extra help on the field, and that will be called the clock. Out of play. It's going to be Jaguars ball. Dembele coming into the game for the Jaguars. Rodriguez coming out. Looks like the Spartans are about to do a major overhaul of their lineup with 4 substitutions coming in. Jaguars trying to get that ball out of their end. Spartans intercept it, but kick it out of bounds. Little spill. Yep, they're going to call a foul on that one. Jaguars ball. Jaguars trying to find some ability to get towards the net. The second half, they lived a good amount of time up by the net, just unfortunately could not get the ball in. Dembele takes the lead kick. Trying to find an opening, defended nicely by a couple Spartan players. Looks like Julia Segato and Kaylee Doms for the Jaguars will be coming in shortly. And we now have 5 Spartan players about to come in and make a switch. Foul. Stopping the clock. It looks like we're going to have a yellow flag coming out. Stopped at 19:21. Flag. There's only one blue jersey around. She's standing sideways. I still can't see a number. Number 3. Looks like Casey Watson with the yellow card. Ref still not letting the substitution come in. Ball into play. In front of the net. Maddie grabs it out of the air. Maddie barking out instructions to her team. And she shanked that. In fact, according to the words she used that I cannot use on a family broadcast, she was not happy with what she just did. But I can guarantee you this whole park heard her opinion. Jaguars. Nilsson in the center of the pitch. Sends it over to Bean. Bean misses. Spartans hang on control. Going to roll out of bounds. It'll be Jaguars ball. In comes the substitutions. So we do have Julia Sagato and Kaylee Adams for the Jaguars. Number 20, Vivian Warbeck, is in the game. Number 30, Emily Kramer, is in the game. Number 15, Kyla Munoz is in for the... And number 4, Sydney Hallenberg in for the Spartans. As well as 24, Clara Rincon is in for the Spartans. So, Spartans have kind of, I guess you would call it, emptying the bench. Giving everybody some time on the pitch today. That's a shot on goal for number 20, Warbeck. Jimenez Figueroa grabs the ball, just slow roller on the ground. Grace McLaughlin trying to put it on goal. It was straight at Maddie. Maddie kind of gave a very exaggerated catch of the ball, if that's the best way to describe it. Kind of say, I don't think so. Spartans spreading it out. Ball kicked way deep. Maddie's way up the field, telling her players just back off. She's got it. Spartans bringing it back up. Defended nicely, although rolling way towards the Jaguars net. It's out of play, though. Number 10, Rodriguez for the Jaguars. Number 18, Rachel Beer for the Spartans coming in. "15 minutes left in this game. Jaguars defending their end nicely. Bean sends it out to Bailey trying to chase it down, but Maddie has been nowhere near her goal these last few minutes, and there's really no need for her to be back there. She's turned into another defensive player for the Spartans. Jaguars ball. McLaughlin going down. Dembele out front. She has it. She stopped it, tried to find some room. Out into the middle. Guido has it. Ball's going to roll out of bounds. Jaguars ball. So in comes a couple more players. For the Jaguars, number 11, Victoria Pincini. Number 34, Jenna Prosser's in the game. So Spartans going to throw it in. Taking their time, just letting this clock tick away. Just over 13 minutes left. Deep kick by the Spartans. Almost caught the Jaguars napping. Collision. They're going to call it Jaguars ball. McLaughlin holding the back of her head. Looked like she may have bounced it off the turf. Seems to be up and okay, though. Spartans keeping this ball moving around. Jaguars trying to defend. Jimenez Figueroa had to dive out to grab that ball. Emily Kramer for the Spartans kicked it. It defended by one of the Jaguar players. Unfortunately, it just tipped off the outside of the foot and just rolled with another Spartan player charging on that ball. If Figueroa would have missed that ball would have been in the net, would have been wide open for the Spartans player. Ball out of play. Number 16, Mackenzie Dowser. Victoria Salas in the game. Bean's coming out. Bean not looking happy. Maddie. Maddie taking her time to put it into play. Ball's up. Midfield. Spartans trying to find down in the net. Figueroa, nice reach out and tip that ball out. Hard to say if it would have gone in. From this angle, it looked like it would have hit the side of the net, but still nice recovery and nice protection by Figueroa. So it's going to be a corner kick. Ten minutes on the clock. Ball into the middle. Jaguars getting it out of play, or getting it out of the area. Safely moved. Ball out of play. So with 9:30 on the clock, the Jaguars now face another opponent on this field, and it is called the clock. Jaguars trying to find some sort of opening. Spartans having a tough defense. Jaguars towards the net. Figueroa grabs it again. Out of the air. Spartans on the far side. They're going to bring out the yellow card. It was a nice little shove by a Jaguar player. And ref's about to slowly thinking about ringing her up with a red card. But that was Julia Sagato not happy with the call. Storming away from the ref. The ref almost looked like he was thinking about that yellow card being switched to a red. In fact, he's still watching Sagato. Jaguars trying to get the ball out of their end. Thanks to a whiff by the Spartans. The ball gets out there. They're going to call it Jaguars ball. Seems like the Jaguars are a little bit snake bit. Dembele, when that whistle blew, she turned around looking at the ref with her hands out like, what I do wrong. And the foul was actually on the Spartans. Dembele in front of the net, trying to find an opening. Jaguars bring the ball back, try to spread the field out. Another change. Guido is in the game for Governor State. Seven minutes left in this game. Jaguars throw the ball in. Jaguars and Spartans fighting over the ball. Spartans come up with it. Figueroa. Whistle. Don't know if he called a push or he thought the ball went out of bounds. It did look like just kind of flirted with that line. Ball up the far end. Maddie going to grab it, although Dillinger racing up the field. Just hoping for a mistake. Unfortunately, Maddie has been pretty much perfect for the day. Jaguars trying to open up the field, try to find some room to go the other direction. Seems as we get closer in the game, the Spartans' defense is getting a little more tighter. Too many Jaguar players today kind of giving a look or body language like, I can't believe what I did, or I can't believe what just happened. And I don't mean for the good. So 4:30 left in this game. Nice little charge there by Eileen Nilsson, but no flag. Spartans ball. Warbeck putting it into play really quick. She now has control of it. And now she puts it out of bounds. Four minutes left in this game. Dembele trying to get a shot off. To add insult to injury, the ref on the far side of the pitch calls offsides. So if you're enjoying our broadcast, score notwithstanding, join us tonight when the women's volleyball game will be streaming on this same channel. 7 p.m. Jalen Woodard and Zamar Tompkins will be in the broadcaster's booth for that game. Their pregame show starts at about 6:50. 3 minutes left in this game. McLaughlin on the side here, waiting to get in the game again. Spartans pushing it in front of the net. Figueroa. She looked like she wanted to slide to kick it, and instead she kind of just wrapped her leg around the ball. .230 left in this game. There's another yank down. Ref's not going to call anything. Number 5, Dillinger, was the one with the pull. Her body language and hand language kind of says, to me, looked like pretty much just saying, yeah, whatever. Kick towards the net. Oh! Maddie reaches out and gets her fingertips on that ball. Another shot off to the outside, though. So Jada Cunningham, number 3, is back in the game, and McLaughlin is back in the game. We got 85 seconds left in this game. Ball put into play. 75 seconds left. Spartans are satisfied just to pass it around. One minute left. Jaguars trying to get a straight number on that board. 40 seconds left in this game. Out of play. Clock still ticking. 30 seconds. Spartans ball. .20 seconds left in this game. Spartans just taking their time, letting that clock run. Jaguars put it out of play. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is the game. So after 90 minutes of action, the Jaguars find themselves on the short end of the scoreboard. It's the Missouri Baptist Spartans 3, Governor State Jaguars 0. I'm Mark Roberts with Gabe Misters, Chris Edwards, and Francisco Mendoza back in the control room. We wish you a good day. Check in with us tonight at 7 o'clock for women's volleyball. We are going to head out of here. Have a good afternoon.